I'm Earl, the camera guy. I'm on my way to a new job in my new home. Well, I came here from Metro Life in Florida. I live now in the Appalachian foothills. The character of this place and the characters are as colorful as the leaves in early November.
Well, I'm a road runner, baby, and you can't keep up with me.
It's sure different here.
I'm a road runner, honey. Woo, you can't keep up with me. Well, move it over, baby. Come on and dance with me, baby. Baby, baby, you and me. Let me vibe. Well, now move it over, honey. Beep, beep. All right, here I go.
Guess who's in the slammer?
I can't believe I got busted for this. I want my phone call.
Cookie went to jail, all right. The judge sentenced her to community service.
Tell us, I'm going to be cliche, go back to when you first started and decided this is what you wanted to do. I mean, really, I want to know about you. Tell me about you and your life.
Her first assignment? Interviewing one of the best guitarists in the South, and to have some guitar fun. Hey, why did you beat me when I just said some guitar plucking fun? Anyway, Microwave Dave has been invited to play on a lot of notable circuits, including NPR Radio's What Do You Know? Listen to some of his music.
As far as performing music, I can remember very clearly when that was. I was in the 4th grade in Dallas, Texas, and the school band director, I was not in the school band yet or anything, I was not playing anything really, but the band director of school knew a guy who was in a famous act that was traveling the United States, and their act appeared on Ed Sullivan regularly, and back then that was the top end of show business if you were on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah, Ed Sullivan Show's pretty big.
So our elementary school got to see this national act come in and just tear the place up. And they were doing a mixture of rock and roll and Dixieland that they had thrown together. And they were wearing prisoners' suits, striped suits and all this stuff, and they were all over the place, jumping up and down, and the music was wild. And, I mean, my mouth was just on the floor, and this is what I want to do. I mean, this is just...
You wanted to jump around on the floor and play music, right?
No, the music made everybody happy.
We'll return back to Microwave Dave in a few. For now, let's visit one of the South's many colorful farmers markets with healthy eating and creative wares. Green Street Market. Let's learn something about how to turn talent into cash.
My name is Daniel Hessler, and among the many things that I do, I also make baskets. And this is a basket that I made out of supplejack, wisteria, and kudzu. they're easy to come by because they are kind of weeds. They're very invasive. People will buy this lovely little wisteria vine at the plant center, and they'll go, oh, wisteria, my aunt used to have wisteria, and it smells so lovely, and it's really pretty. I'll plant it next to the porch. And what happens is after about 20 years, it grows up on the porch, and it looks and it smells very nice, and then it starts to break the porch off of the house. And when the porch falls down, it comes after the house. So there are a lot of places out in the country where it's just wisteria. The house is long gone, there's nothing there, it's just 5 acres of wisteria. And I go and I ask these people who own the property, may I cut wisteria on your property? And they go, oh, please, will you? As much as you want, whenever you want, just come on. And so I go and I cut vines and I coil them and I take them home and I let them dry a little bit, and then I start making baskets. This particular one is mostly of kudzu, which is another of those weed plants. The county commission used to give kudzu away. The problem is that nobody eats kudzu here. In Japan, where kudzu comes from, they make a starch out of the tuber that the vine grows from, so it never gets out of hand. And people in this country don't know that, and it's an awful weed at this point. And anyhow, it makes an excellent basket. It's an ultimately renewable resource, has very low carbon footprint.
Them North Alabama mountain girls. Well, Lord, I should have known better, but I do all right dancing on an Alabama Saturday night.
Hey, cameraman Earl. My name is Lane Tutt, and I'm at the Green Street Market in Huntsville, Alabama, that the Church of Nativity started. And I work at Nativity, but decided my husband and I needed a new business. So, being from Alabama, my mother, who is 88, has been making this cucumber relish forever and ever. And my husband loved it, hid it all the time, wouldn't share it. So the first thing we decided to do was make this relish. And we started out by going to Florence Culinary Center in Florence, Alabama. And they helped us go into business, which was a huge process. And we've come a long way. This is our 3rd year at the Green Street Market. And the relish now is at lots of stores in Birmingham, North Carolina. Then we thought, oh my gosh, let's make this salad dressing that we have all loved from my husband's grandmother. And it's called a mustard seed. Well, her name was Ma, but nobody knows how to pronounce it. So we just said it's a mustard seed vinaigrette dressing. And she is from a little town called Livingston, Alabama, which is down in Sumter County. And this recipe is probably, way over 100 years old. And we kept the recipe, made it every day, enjoyed it, gave it to our friends, and decided, well, why don't we try that? So we've been selling that now for 2 years at the market.
We're going downtown.
I'm Kelly Mortensen with Queen Bee Jams, and this is my blackberry jam, which is a very southern flavor, and it's very special to my heart. It's the first jam I made. When I get up and I start a day of making jam, I like to get everything organized and make sure I know what I want to do and how much I need to make, and I keep an inventory, and I like to ask my customers what flavors they like to see, so I always take that into account. And then after I had my son, I was on maternity leave during Christmas and wanted to make Christmas gifts for everyone, so I really got into doing it on my own and really experimenting and trying some different and unique combinations of flavors, and so I've really had a lot of fun with that. This is one of my most popular flavors, is the raspberry jalapeno. And this it's not spicy, but it's got just enough pepper to make it interesting. And I like to do things that you're not going to be able to just run down to the store and pick up. So,
Years ago, when I actually started my show in 2010, somebody said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to do something fun that makes people happy. And that's really exactly what this show is all about, having people like you on it. So you're in the 4th grade. So did you pick up an instrument then?
No, it was probably a year or two later, and I got a ukulele.
Started with a
And
ukulele.
I got it for Christmas, I think it was on my birthday, and I've forgotten which. And I played it for about a year, and I woke up in the morning and stepped on it, getting out of bed, and broke it.
Ooh.
And I cried for a couple of days, which surprised me
yeah.
and my parents both. So my parents had a guitar that my dad had bought and tried to learn to play, and it really just moved from house to house, from attic to attic when we moved. And they got it down and said, well, can you play on this? So I realized that the last 4 strings on the guitar were roughly the same as the ukulele, so I could apply what I knew to that. And I had these 2 other strings to figure out. And a young man down the street, and we're in Houston by this time, and a young man down the street who was a year younger than me, but he was also learning how to play the guitar. He'd gotten a guitar, and I'd met him. So we got a book, and we're figuring out what to do with these other 2 strings, and we're also trying to learn how to play Buddy Holly and Elvis songs at this point. I came across him last year or the year before. And
You're kidding, last year?
He's an embryologist in San Antonio.
So he did not do it for a living?
He played all the way through college and then quit, yeah.
So he upheld his promise to his dad?
Yep, he did.
And this is actually your living?
Yeah, I mean, my mind was made up about what I wanted to do.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, the Allman Brothers Band, practice somewhere in Decatur, like this one.
Ah, dang it, guys, I broke my stick.
Nice job.
What, you don't believe me here? Yeah, exactly.
What did you do?
I don't know. I must have hit the rim while I was hitting the drum or something.
How many times did you hit the rim? It's got like, is that a bite mark?
Oh, trust me, that's
Dirt?
nothing. I've had these for a week, and I've beat the living mess out of them. I don't even want to use these anymore.
That's typical meathead jock. Here, take your stick.
Hey, I might be a jock, but I'm not a meathead jock.
Really?
Do I look stupid to you?
Yes.
Don't answer that.
Okay, guys, listen, alright? Wesley, you do the harmony. Do you have an alto part for me?
I haven't written one yet, actually. I gotta work on that.
Guys, we have enough mics. We should have a soprano.
We already have a guy with autism, hello, me. Wouldn't hurt to add another fantastic member to the band.
I know, she's gotta be cute. What about, oh wait, no, it wasn't you, it was you. What about that girl that we met at the New Year's party and she did High School Musical and the karaoke and all that stuff?
Abigail Jackson?
Yeah, her.
That works.
Don't forget, guys, Miss Cookie's got to approve first.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm sure a lot of people already know this, and I'm sure that you've spoken about this before, but did you have any formal training?
I had the band called the Majestics that was getting really popular in terms of, it was a big band with like 4 horn players in it, and we were playing rhythm and blues, Otis Redding and James Brown and that kind of stuff. And we started backing up some of the black celebrities that came into Atlanta. Aretha Franklin, Carla Thomas, Billy Stewart.
Well, I've heard of all this.
In the service, there were some guys playing in Atlanta in a downtown place called the Steak and Trumpet. And it was an after-hours bar. And these musicians were so good that all the other musicians would come down and watch them, and nobody would want to sit in because they were too good. And they were like jazz-level players playing in a bar after hours. And I asked one of the guys, where did you learn to play like this? And he said, Berkeley. And so I thought, Berkeley? Oh, that's out in California. Wow. So when I got through...
Berkeley.
Well, the University of California.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of Berkeley and Boston.
So yeah, I got out. Well, that's what happened. I got out and got ready to get out of service, and I applied to UC Berkeley for their music department.
Okay.
And they sent me a letter and said, we think you mean the one in Boston.
Yeah, I was going to say the one in Boston.
So then I applied for the one in Boston, and I got accepted.
Are you impressed that I knew that? Not really.
Yeah, well,
okay,
no, it's a well-known school.
It's that's right, a well-known school. But I think the one out in California would be pretty cool too. So.
Yeah, well, they don't have the same.
But they don't have the music program.
Not the jazz and the arranging and all that stuff. So it was. And I got up there, and after I got out of the service, and spent a couple of years up there.
How'd you get to Huntsville area, North Alabama area?
Well, the band that went to Florida, out of Berkeley, I worked down there for 12 years, and then by the time we got toward the end of that band, we were being managed by a lady from Huntsville. She was managing the band. And so we'd be playing up in the Midwest or somewhere and be driving towards home, and it's a long way from the Midwest all the way down to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
So we would stop in Huntsville, and we played here off and on. But I liked the place a lot, and I liked the people a lot, and it reminded me of what Atlanta was like before it got so big. It was the same kind of atmosphere and all that.
I do.
I like Glenn.
What's not to like? He's charming, he's rich, he's handsome, he's rich.
Abigail, how are you? I saw you at the wedding singer.
Oh.
And I was so impressed by you. You are incredible.
Well, I'm just impressed that you were impressed by me.
You know, I also saw you somewhere else recently. I know where it was. The Pineapple Punch Bowl at the Junior League meeting. Are you in the Junior League? You can't be because you're not over 25.
Well, I'm not in the Junior League. I'm in the Junior.
Abigail, when I saw you at the wedding singer, I was just trying to wave to you. But my bracelet, well, it just wouldn't let me wave to you. But you were wonderful. I mean, I was so impressed with all the songs you did and the dumpster.
So come out of the dumpster. Don't leave me standing here. Come out of the dumpster. It's okay, the coast is clear.
That was so funny. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the dumpster. I get that.
Arm bracelet.
We'll talk about that another time. Yes, that's not important. We are in your father's church, and it was not the nicest selection of jewelry. I probably wouldn't wear it to church, though y'all would be very welcoming if I did. And if I'm not careful, I might have to wear it again. Well, anyway, I'll let you know about that at another time. It's just kind of a clunky little bracelet. You've got such a beautiful voice. I think it'd be great if you were in part of the band. These guys are a really great band. They're already together, writing some of their own music. They need some tweaking, just like, all bands do. Well, you know what? This is a garage band. Now, I was in a carport band once, and it really didn't go that far. But I think a garage band, we really could get something going here. So, are you, in for it?
Of course I'm in for it.
We're going to try to bring some other, well-known bands into mentor you guys. So, wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, goody! I'm so excited. I think I can do a cheer.
So cute.
Come on, let's rock it. Get up, don't stop it.
I don't feel comfortable with that, honey.
Caroline decided to tell her mother about the garage band. It didn't go so well.
Besides, you have your grades and everything, and we have all that to think about. Caroline, you're just overreacting. Really, it's just ridiculous.
Spill your tea.
I'm not. No. You just can't overreact. When you overreact, it just makes us all. Really.
I'm hungry. Time to visit an historical bistro with a menu for lunch, dinner, Sunday brunch, and a cozy fireplace to have a glass of wine by. That's Chef Jake Reed. After 7 years of working in the Nashville market, he decided to bring his culinary skills back home to North Alabama. We're here at the Albany Bistro, a southern place. This corner bistro is an award-winning restaurant with modern and comfort food, plus impeccable service. Jackson, the voice, will discuss the bistro building's history.
Here's some background on the Albany Bistro. The bistro was once a grocery store back in the earlier part of last century. Kids used to ride up on their bicycles, buy Coke in small bottles and a pack of peanuts. They'd plop the salty peanuts in Cokes and ride away on a warm summer's breeze. Now, back to you, Earl.
Albany Bistro is in Decatur. No, not Georgia. Alabama. It neighbors one of the largest Victorian home areas in the U.S. Scrumptious. Being falsely accused of a crime she didn't do, Cookie just wants to be alone. This was not typical of Cookie, a popular lady with more friends than there are high school football coaches teaching history.
Hi, do you mind if I sit here? Well, I'm Stella. So, what are you ordering? Oh, look, they have catfish. Oh, I bet it tastes like New Orleans here. Maybe Savannah. Yeah. I love Savannah, especially in the summertime. It's so hot, but it's so nice just being able to, sit on the front porch. And I have to tell you something. I'm actually losing my apartment. I'm opening my nail salon where you put initials on your nails. And, just so people can have their identity and, not just have their identity taken from them.
Yeah, nobody likes identity theft.
Exactly.
Oh my God, it feels so good to be out here by myself and just sit here and be alone a minute.
Cookie, how wonderful to see you. How are things, dear?
Oh, they're doing great, Wendy. They're wonderful.
Talk to me.
They're great.
Just so happens I have my book and my pen. Tell me what's going on in your life. Stop the presses. I've got Cookie on the line. I'll call you right back. So tell me, what's going on in your life? Anything logical for a change? You know I love you, darling.
No, there's Cookie. Yo, there's Cookie.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I gotta get away. I gotta get away. I gotta get away. Oh, God, I gotta get away. I just pray to God if I have to go back to jail, I pray that I don't have to wear that orange. God, I look awful in that color. And if I have to room with her again, ooh, gosh. Well, she's pretty cool. She got some street cred.
Funny.
Well,
Sometimes when you're alone,
if I have to ignore the
you're
call,
really
y'all,
not.
I swear I'll die.
Your worries follow you.
Oh, hello, Cookie. Glad you're back.
Well, I'm so glad to be back.
It's good to have you back.
I just feel such a great energy at this table because, I started thinking about my nails and my mom never let me wear monogram things, and that could be part of my problem why I want to be so alone. But you've inspired me. Do you think my nails will be okay? Do you think maybe you could do something with them?
I think they'll be really nice. And, I just feel that energy as well. In fact, y'all, I'm feeling so great, I think I'm going to buy your meal.
Here's to the Southern tradition.
The Southern tradition.
Here, here.
Dude, what are you playing, man? Day Tripper. Beatles.
Oh, nice. You gotta be pretty desperate to be using my guitar that I got from 3rd grade.
I forgot my guitar, okay? And I'm a guitarist.
I mean, you gotta play.
Yeah, for real.
You know anything modern?
No.
You sound like this guy. Yeah. Wanting disco from the 70s? That thing is so dead.
Hey, I'm more modern than him. I'm more modern than him because, yes, I know disco is dead.
Disco is not.
Yes, it is.
Dude, there is only one thing that I know of the 70s that is still alive today.
You mean other than my mom?
Oh.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was thinking the weirdo song. What's it called? Get Lucky?
Yeah, Daft Punk.
Yeah, okay.
That's actually
we play
racist.
every day in the world.
Yeah, that's modern.
It proves that disco's alive.
Dude, it
does
has
not.
bits and pieces of disco. It's mainly dubstep.
Therefore,
No,
it
it's
proves
not.
nothing, and that is not dubstep. Do you have any input on this?
Come on, get your Lucky Charms back.
It's just my mom's gonna be out here any minute. I mean, it looks suspicious being in a garage band.
Well, what's wrong with that?
She doesn't want me in it.
Why?
Okay, so why can't you be in a garage band? I mean, is she worried about you spending too much time with old tires and 1980s furniture?
Please, everybody knows that my futon is from 1971.
Don't say that too loud because he is right here.
That's right. I love the 70s.
And it's about my grades. She's worried about school. She wants me to keep my grades up.
I mean, your grades look okay to me. What's your GPA?
4.12.
Oh, a smarty pants.
Well, what you gonna do about it, Caroline?
Oh, I think I know.
And there's a red house over yonder, and that's where my baby stays.
Did y'all see me doing the baby steps in her little baby? It's pretty cool. Okay, my name is Cookie Stoner, and Wendy. Y'all walk this way. See? Okay. Wendy is, she writes for the Chatterbox. Does anyone read the Chatterbox in the Decatur Daily? Okay. Be careful. She'll write about you, okay? And this is Camille Stoner. She's my daughter. Anyway, she's very talented like her mother. This is Jackson Kyle. He actually just did a movie called Born and Raised. If you go buy it, then Jackson will be very happy. We are going to judge the dogs, so please bring your dogs up this way if you'd like for us to judge them. Like tonight, like we planned this, didn't we, Charlie? Hey, girl, what's up? Looking good, okay. Okay. Oh, very cute. Okay, I can do that too. Okay, good, you're good, okay.
Best costume is Superman. Come on down.
Okay, Miss Chatterbox. Thank you, Chatterbox. Perky dog. Okay, come on, Perky dog. Okay, come on, Perky dog.
This is Spock. He is about a year old. He is at Decatur Animal Services, and he needs a home. He's been with us since about April, so he really needs a home. He's a Border Collie mix.
As you all know, I spent the majority of my fall trying to take over my mother's television show, the Cookie Logic TV show, and turn it into my own sick and twisted reality show called Keeping Up with Camille, based after my idols, the Kardashians. I have decided that instead of trying to spend all of my energy into doing evil things, I am going to...
Why the change of Camille's heart? We're going to find out in the next show. It wasn't just any routine cast meeting. Cookie, as well, travels for hundreds of miles down the Tennessee River in a little canoe for her next community project.
And I was inspired to do this with Cookie because of her outgoing personality, her wonderful attitude. She's got a great drive, and she's very enthusiastic, which keeps that our spirits up high out there when we need it, when the heat's kicking in. So she really lifts us our spirits up, and it's just great to have her out on the trip. All right. So the sights are completely unreal. I mean, it's stuff that's going to stick in my heart and my head forever. From the mountains of Chattanooga were unreal. The greenery, there's so much forest and so much wildlife, from beavers to foxes to doe to giant fish to bald eagles. We saw all kinds of wildlife and all amazing people we met along the way.
As the wind got so high, and of course in a canoe, the problem was we couldn't get across the lake because you become vulnerable out there in the middle of the lake, and it's a half-mile swim either way if you capsize.
What happens with the band?
How's everything going with the band?
Great, we're about to add Abigail to the band, so.
Oh, really? Are you ready?
I'm a little bit nervous. You see, I kind of have this problem.
And why did Cookie go to jail? Find out on the next Cookie Logic show.